Well, hello again, folks. Shell Busey. Guess who? For so long, I've been this internet-oriented, being part of your checking on the industry of Ask Shell and services that you require around the home. As I always say, the how to, the what to, the where to, the why to, the when to, the who to. Well, tonight, folks, I'm going to have a chat with a chap that is part of our Shell Busey Home Services. And a home service that has become very, very popular. And we're going to talk to Ken Phillips. And Ken, he is going to talk to me about what he does in the industry now compared to what he did for the last 25 years. How you doing, Ken?
Hi, Shell. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And, it's always kind of nice to bring the service trades right to the visual content, because that way it shows quality, confidence, and it also brings about some of the neat things that you people do. And folks, one of the things that Ken does, outside of what I mentioned, 25 years, he's been involved in painting. But now he specializes in painting what?
Cabinets.
Kitchen cabinets.
Kitchen cabinets and bathroom cabinets.
You know, one of the first things I do every day, I turn on the TV after the news and I watch home and garden television. And I see kitchen cabinet after kitchen cabinet after kitchen cabinet being torn out with sledgehammers and all the rest of it. No doubt reasons for it. Some of them are old. Some of them are relatively new, and they donate them to a nonprofit organization for somebody else's home.
Right.
But if you live in a home like we do, and we have for some time now, that we have a cabinet project that you did for us. And why would I have Ken Phillips do it, folks? Well, that's what he does. That's what he does for Shell Busey's Home Services. And I'll tell you, I just thought it was just that great that I have to bring that to the YouTube on my website and show people just exactly what you do. Because there's no reason to tear out old cabinets.
There isn't, no.
In fact, if they want a cabinet that, in addition to, say for example, they didn't have a wine rack, or they didn't have a wine cabinet, or a wine refrigerator, or a dishwasher, all of those things can be accommodated by a cabinet service that we provide.
Right.
But after it's all said and done, you come in and go through the process. Now, give us the process when it comes to doing the job. Give us the process on once you've come to our home, what you did. And incidentally, folks, one of the things I do want to make you very much aware of, we decided, because of COVID, that can't go anywhere, holiday-wise. So a lot of people are spending money on upgrading their home, improving
Yes,
their
they
home.
are, yeah.
And doing so, we decided to do exactly the same thing. So we called Ken, and Ken came in after he was finished one of his jobs that he was involved in, and he proceeded to take a look at the cabinetry and give us a price. And I'll tell you, the price was right, and you're very competitive. I want to really put that down there. And one of the things that you said, okay, fine, Shell, are you ready to roll? And Frankie's ready to roll. What did we have to do?
Well, I come in and I take all the doors and drawers off first, and then I take them to my shop, which I'm in the shop for 5 days, maybe 6 days, and then I clean them right down.
One thing just before you go any further, and I'm going to be stopping you periodically, because a lot of people say, well, that's just too doggone good to be true. Well, we had to empty the drawers. That was the only thing that Frankie and I had to do, was empty the drawers before you picked the drawers and the doors up.
Right.
And then you proceeded to go to the shop and proceed.
Yeah, and then I sand them all down. I fix any cracks or any blemishes on the doors or drawers. Then I prime them, sand them right down again. Then I prime them again, sand them down again. And then I get the first finish coat, which I go through the same process as well, sand them right down again, and then the final coat. And why I keep sanding in between each coat is I want that glass finish at the very end.
You sure do.
I want them to look brand new right from the store-bought. And that's what I try to achieve on every cabinet.
Well, you know, there's a lot of companies out there now that are doing a similar process, but they actually come in and use a paintbrush and a roller, and they paint the cabinets and everything right at the home. Well, I'm sorry, but that isn't the way. That isn't the finish. The finish we've got, well, show them. You brought a cabinet along here,
Right.
and this actually shows you, folks, that what you see here is a dark walnut finished shaker type of door. And this is Ken's finish to white. And I'll tell you, that's smoother than this. It's just a beautiful, beautiful job.
And feel the ridge, Shell. That's how much product
The thickness
is
of
going
the
on
product that you're
door.
putting on there.
So it's very, very durable, and of course the smoothness is as smooth as glass, and you get a brand new door.
And you know the other thing, folks, you can do? You can actually have, depending on the cabinetry, you can even have the self-closing hinges replaced, and also the self-closing drawers, the hardware put on, depending on the type of cabinetry that you have now.
That's right.
Unfortunately, in our case, we had metal drawers, so it wasn't available to us. But you've done a lot of them, that the self-closing doors, and
Yes, I
self-closing
have.
drawers.
Yeah, and there's a bracket that fits almost every cabinet out there.
Yeah, they
So-
make the hardware, and you know where to get it.
That's right. Yeah.
So when it comes right down to, I like your terminology, cabinet recovery. And cabinet recovery is one thing, but you're recovering in the sense of covering it up with new finish. But I like the term kitchen cabinet refinishing. That's what I like, because
Right.
that's what it was. And incidentally, folks, we ended up going from a white cabinet look to even changing that, because we had a sort of a cream color cabinet door, and it was made of bamboo, and bamboo's got stripes, and it's got a little tired of it. But you convinced us that hey, Frankie wanted different colors on the lower cabinets and white on the top, so we ended up with white cabinets up, and down lower it's gray, and it looks beautiful because it allows her now to decorate around it. We
Right.
end up with new pendant lights over top of the island, and new stools for the eating area. It was just great. But when it comes to hardware, you can even change the hardware, can't you?
You sure can, and there's a million different hardwares out there, so you could find that one that you really like. Yeah, and I'm sure it's out there. There's that
Yeah.
many to pick from.
You just go and get the hardware and candle drill and put it on. It's just that easy, folks. But the other thing as well that I find that with the timing, like how much time does all this take? I know we were pleased. You know what we did, folks? We decided to go on a local city Vancouver holiday. We had 4 nights in a hotel, and on the Saturday prior to the hotel stay, Ken arrived, take the doors off, take the drawers out, loaded them up to take them back to the shop. We left and went to our hotel for 4 days. We came home the 5th. Everything was finished. Brand new kitchen. And my wife, Frankie, talk about being happy. She was, well, just like a
That's
new
great.
toy there then.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And it was just great. So that sort of thing is not uncommon. What do you do? Obviously, you can't just give a price out, because it all depends on how big the kitchen cabinet is.
Yeah, they're all different, Shell, and but my time, when I give you a time, it'll be to the letter. And I'm in your house for 3 days, spraying the boxes and cleaning and getting everything out and cleaned up and out. And then
And
one,
you spray
I
it
spray them
in the house,
Yeah,
folks,
yeah.
and no overspray. Hey, he is a professional, or he wouldn't be part of this service.
Well, I put up walls to enclose the whole kitchen in. It eliminates the dust problem, and contains it all in there. And then I clean it all up, tear it all down, vacuum, Swiffer your floors. It's cleaner when you come home than.
And then a lot of jobs that you do, kitchen cabinets. And
Yeah.
kitchen cabinets are not something easy to keep clean. You know, when you get a lot of little youngsters around, they get jam and peanut
Yeah,
butter
yeah.
and honey, and I know I was a kid once. and my love is peanut butter. So
Yeah.
not uncommon. But you also clean all the hardware if they're going to use
yeah,
the
I clean
old
all the
hardware.
hardware, clean all any stuff that's on the material, and then sand it all down as I do with the doors and drawers in the shop. Sand it all down, primer it, sand it, primer it, sand it, finish coat, sand it, and finish coat. So your boxes are going to have the same glass finish that your doors and drawers have.
Just like brand new.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that I find as well that when you have a brand new kitchen cabinet, people will sometimes decide to put on new countertops. And I know you're not obviously our countertop person, nor do I blame you. You are a professional at painting cabinetry, but we do have that service available, which we could add to the project that you're doing.
Yeah.
So we have Shell Buzzy's Home Improvements, and Shell Buzzy's Home Improvements here on this website, they will do all that new cabinet countertops and also new design work or new cabinetry, all that sort of thing. But refurbishing existing cabinets, well, you know what it's like. Some people
And we can work in stereo with the counter guys.
Absolutely.
We work all together for the same team, so it's very less intrusive, less bothersome for the customer.
Yeah, and the other thing, folks, during this interview with Ken Phillips, you're going to see pictures of before and after. And Ken has provided those. I've taken some of them, obviously, of different projects. And unbelievable when you take a look and see the before cabinetry and now the new. And I noticed you had some in there that there was an island that was a blue.
Right.
And then white uppers.
Yeah.
And very, very, very well highlighted and designed. But you know, your color, your design, your painting, all of that sort of thing just come out. And you're such a heck of a guy. I mean, you're one of these guys that I like to think good, better, best. Why worry about the rest? Because we do have the best when it comes to home service trades.
And I really enjoy what I do. I just really enjoy what I do, and I'm just about as happy as the customer is when I leave too, because it's a good feeling.
Let me tell the folks right here right now that when we came home, Ken said, Shell, would you mind coming home on Wednesday? Because we were going to come home Tuesday night, and we thought, oh, what the heck? We'll talk to Ken. And Ken says, well, if you don't mind spending the extra day, the extra night, and come home, he said, then you're going to have me there because I want to see the wow when you see the finished project.
Yeah.
So, and that is professional. That is a situation where people are proud of what they do. And when it comes to being proud of what you do and confidence in what you do and credibility from all the different testimonials that you have, that's what we look for. And we got that. And we live in a complex that there's over 200 units, folks. And of that 200 units, I don't know how many have been redone, but there's a lot. But I think there's somewhere between 3 and 4 different companies that do similar things to what you do. But I don't think that I have heard too much other than I did hear recently. The chap that did the painting for us, it wasn't you, convinced us not to do the island another color. And as soon as she saw ours, that's what she wanted in the first place. And she said she was talked out of it. And
Right.
she said, oh, I just love what you and Frankie did. You changed the color of the island to gray.
Yeah.
And gray and white go together beautifully, along with all the stainless steel.
You know, it's amazing, even if you just change the color of the island. But a lot of people make the bottoms different than the tops. But a lot of people just change the island, and what it does is it creates a whole different avenue where you can get creative in your own kitchen and add your own designs and colors and countertop trinkets and that it's fabulous to do because it's endless, the possibilities.
Absolutely. Well, folks, if you're planning on doing anything with kitchen cabinets, vanities, bathrooms, bookshelves, highlighted areas of your home that are now a color that you wish to have something else, even walls painted. You're looking at a professional here with Ken Phillips.
I shall.
And one of those things means an awful lot to me, and that is good, better, best. Why worry about the rest? Because when the good is better, the better is best. And Ken, you make it just that easy.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. And folks, give us a call. Look us up. Shell Busey's Home Services. That's going to be our website. Shell Busey on the network, all over the internet. And we look forward to having you get a letter back to me after using the services of Ken Phillips. Because Ken, I make sure that those letters are posted. And that's credibility. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
You betcha. And thank you, folks, for watching. Good luck. And we look forward to seeing you one day on that recommended list of people to use when it comes to home improvement. And do not forget, we do it all. We have Shell Busey's Home Improvements as well. And that's owned and operated by a young chap that has worked, and we've known him for over 30 years, because I'm going to retire over the next while, winding down, and while I do, I want the professionals following me to keep that brand out there serving you, and I can take care of anything that you have a concern with. So until next time, folks, keep smiling, be well, stay happy. Bye-bye for now.